What's good, Steeler Nation? My name is Jack Sperry, and this is Steelers Talk. We just got done watching the Steelers beat the Panthers by a final score of 24-16. It was a good day for the black and gold. But before we get into all of today's action, here's what's coming up. I'm going to give my thoughts on today's game first. Then I'm going to give out this week's game balls. We got 4 of them to give out. And then finally, I have one takeaway I cannot wait to share with you guys. Make sure to wait until the end. Stay tuned for that one. But before we get started on today's video, this is why you subscribe, guys. Subs for dubs, right? Steelers won. Help celebrate the win with us by subscribing to the channel right here. We have a great community of Steelers fans that love to talk Steelers in the comment section. So if you're looking for a community of fellow Yinzers that love talking the Steelers, are passionate about the black and gold, go ahead and subscribe to the channel right now. All right, now, the Steelers, man, they looked pretty impressive today. Not bad. Kenny Pickett was out with the concussion, so it looked like that the Panthers, they had a lot to play for at home. It looked like they might have the advantage, but the Steelers looked pretty darn good today. Mitchell Trubisky was very efficient. Diontae Johnson was, he was separating yards away from the Carolina cornerbacks today. Najee Harris really did a great job in the power run game. I thought Matt Canada called a pretty decent game today. It was kind of a boring game, to be honest with you, like two teams really trying to establish the run. Carolina could not do that today. The Pittsburgh defense absolutely shut down the Carolina Panthers run game, which is not easy to do. And then they did a pretty good job against a top 10 defense in the Carolina Panthers today. So overall, very good week for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And my one-word reaction today is impressed. I'm very impressed with the Pittsburgh Steelers today because they had a lot of stuff going against them. Last week, tough loss to the Ravens, pretty much out of the playoff picture. They could have just sat around and just said, oh, poor me, but they didn't. Mike Tomlin's teams do not do that. They do not feel sorry for themselves. They always give 100% of themselves, and we saw that today, and I'm very impressed with both offense, defense, and special teams. All 3 phases did a great job today. But let me know in the comments section right now, what is your one-word reaction to today's win over the Carolina Panthers? I just gave you my word. My one word is impressed. Go ahead in the comments section and give me yours right now. This is the pinned comment on today's video. So whenever there's an ad break, just go right down in the comment section and let me know your one-word reaction to today's win. All right, now, my game balls. Number 1 goes to the entire Pittsburgh Steelers defense. Last week, they gave up over 200 rushing yards to the Baltimore Ravens, a team that they knew was going to run the football. But today, let's look at the stats today. Absolutely fantastic. Only 21 rushing yards for the Carolina Panthers. D'Onta Foreman has been stacking up 100-yard rushing performances this season. And just as a total, 21 rushing yards. Fantastic job up front by the Pittsburgh Steelers defense. Only a yard or 1.3 yards per carry today. Very, very good. Just over 200 total yards. They were getting the team off the field on third down, only 4 for 11 for Carolina. And then the red zone, they came up big today as well, only allowing 1 touchdown in 3 red zone trips. And then the pass rush looked better today than it has practically all season, besides the game against the Bengals in week 1, with 4 sacks against the Carolina offensive line, which isn't that good, but it was nice to see the Steelers pass rush get after it today. They definitely did a great job. The defense was fantastic. But you know what else is fantastic? Our sponsor here at Chat Sports, Rocket Money. All right? You got to go to rocketmoney.com/Steelers Talk, right, guys? But here's the thing. Here's my thing, guys. I used to be spending tons of money on monthly subscriptions that I didn't even know I was paying for. You know how that works. You get something, you think you're going to use it all the time, and then 2 years pass, you're not using it anymore, and you're still paying for it, right? The app shows you all your subscriptions in one place, and then cancels for you whatever you don't still want. Rocket Money, formerly known as Truebill, can even find subscriptions you don't even know you were paying for, guys. You may even find out you've been double charged for a subscription, like I was with Netflix. I was paying for 2 Netflix accounts. Now I'm only paying for 1. To cancel subscription, all you have to do is press cancel on the Rocket Money app, and Rocket Money is going to take care of the rest for you. Get rid of useless subscriptions today with Rocket Money now. Go to rocketmoney.com/Steelers Talk to help out the channel and start lining your pockets with hundreds of dollars more per month, guys. I know I am. It's helping me out with my Christmas shopping, getting that extra money for those gifts for mom, for dad, for your sister, whoever it may be, guys. It's a fantastic way to help out with inflation. It's really hard on everybody's pocketbook right now, so a couple extra dollars can't hurt. Go to rocketmoney.com/Steelers Talk right now to help out the channel and start saving money today. All right, now, number 2 game ball for the day goes to Najee Harris. He has been impressive since the bye week. Before the bye week, man, he was soft, man. He was trying to dance around, trying to play for the big play way too often. But today, he showed up yet again. He was going through the tackles, right, busting through guys, getting extra yards. I love this gritty new version of Najee Harris. This is pure Pittsburgh Steeler football, running in between the tackles and just laying a body on somebody. This is what this guy does. He is huge, 242 pounds as a fast running back. This guy has immense talent, guys, and he's showing it off today. Just 3.6 average, but at the same time, I love the fact that he was aggressive, he was fighting for extra yards, and he had that touchdown, a very impressive touchdown in the first quarter today. I'm very excited for Najee Harris's future, and he's starting to come into his own right now, guys. Like, seriously, he is not afraid to just go into a body and just run him over. Right? At the end of the day, earlier in the season, he was kind of dancing around, trying for the bigger play. Now he's not afraid to know when a play isn't going to be a big play and just put his head on somebody, put his shoulder into somebody and plow him over because he's a big dude. Linebackers don't want to tackle this guy right now, and I think he has a very bright future to come. But let me know in the comments section right now, will you think Najee Harris will ever be an NFL All-Pro caliber running back? Type Y if you think yes, or type N if you think no. For me, right now, I mean, there's a lot of good running backs, so it's really tough to say. I want to be optimistic here, though. I'm going to say yes. I like the talent that he brings to the table. Starting next season, I think he's really going to come into his own. All right, now, number 3 goes to Mitchell Trubisky. Now, Mitchell Trubisky took a lot of flack this week, including from me, right? He had an awful performance, 3 interceptions against the Ravens last week, and he showed up today, and he did his job. A fantastic completion percentage. He was incredibly efficient. He didn't have any touchdowns, but he didn't have any interceptions. I don't care if you don't have a touchdown in this game, Mitchell Trubisky. All I wanted you to do, all Mike Tomlin wanted you to do is protect the football, and that's exactly what you did. Matt Canada got Diontae Johnson open a bunch for him today, and he was hitting his spots, hit a couple really big third down throws in the fourth quarter to put this game away, and Mitch did a good job today. That's how I'm going to play. Was it amazing? Was it like Justin Fields, 150 rushing yards, or, Aaron Rodgers putting up 400 passing yards? No, that's not what it was. That's not what Mitchell Trubisky is. He is a backup quarterback that you hope can win you a football game by just not turning the ball over and not losing you the football game. That's what he did today. Let me know in the comment section right now what grade you give Mitchell Trubisky's performance against the Carolina Panthers. I'm giving him an A-. It wasn't anything special. It wasn't anything superstar worthy, but he did his job and he got the W. He allowed the Steelers to move the ball efficiently, and he put his opponent away when it mattered most. I'm going to give him an A-. Really good performance from Mitchell Trubisky this week. And then finally, Diontae Johnson, another guy that's been taking a lot of flack from Steelers Nation this season. He got paid a big amount of money. And guess what, guys? He had a great performance today and still no touchdowns. He has 0 touchdowns on the season. He's supposed to be the wide receiver 1 on the Steelers. Still no touchdowns, but every time he was targeted today, he had a catch. He was getting open a lot. He had a lot of those big third down receptions in the fourth quarter. They were almost all to Diontae Johnson. He averaged 9.8 yards per catch today. I mean, he was getting open on third down. He was catching. He had that really stupid taunting call in the red zone in this game. You just hate to see those stupid penalties from Diontae Johnson. It seems like every single week there's at least one. But he had a really nice performance today, and he deserves my 4th game ball. All right, and we need to see more of this from DJ moving forward, okay? There's been too many games this year where we're like, DJ did not earn his money. Today, he did earn his money, right? He needs to do this every week to earn the money that he's making. He held out of training camp this year because he wanted more money. We need performances like this every week, not just once in a while, every single week from Diontae Johnson if he wants to remain on the Pittsburgh Steelers and he wants to retain his wide receiver 1 status on a team with George Pickens on it. All right, guys, it is the Christmas season, and I am in the giving mood, and I'm going to be giving away a free Steelers jersey of the color and player of your choice on Christmas Day. Christmas is really coming up fast, guys. So this promotion's only going to be around for just a little bit. So if you want a chance to win a free Steelers jersey, go follow me on Twitter at Jack_Sperry. If you're already following me, you're already entered to win. So thank you to all the people that follow me on Twitter. So if you want a chance to win that Steelers jersey for free on Christmas Day, go ahead and follow me on Twitter at Jack_Sperry right now. All right, now my biggest takeaway from this game it has nothing to do with what the Steelers will do this season. It's in the future. I think the future for the Pittsburgh Steelers is incredibly bright. I cannot wait to see what the Steelers can do moving forward. I think that this game, without your quarterback, Kenny Pickett, you have a backup quarterback in there. You don't have, you're out of the playoff picture. You're facing a red-hot team on the road. I think that the Steelers did a really, really good job at, just executing the game plan and sticking with it and giving it 100%. That's what Mike Tomlin teams do. And then I think that the Steelers are closer than people think to the playoffs. Here is my roadmap for the Pittsburgh Steelers during the offseason so that they can return to the postseason next year. Number one, you got to replace Matt Canada. I will give credit where credit is due. Canada had a pretty decent game plan in this one, right? He's had a couple decent game plans over the second half of the year, but I want somebody new school. I want somebody younger, more vibrant, brings in more creative stuff than what Matt Canada is doing. He's not a good offensive coordinator, in my opinion. Replace him. Number two, year two for Kenny Pickett needs to take a significant step forward. We've seen some good things from him this year, but if the Steelers want to be Super Bowl contenders moving forward, Pickett is going to have to take a leap in year two and beyond. Number three, Najee Harris needs to blossom into a star running back, and I think that he can do this, right? We're seeing the power that he's running with right now. We're seeing the production finally show up for him here in the second half of year two. And then finally, the defense needs to return to top 10 play. And I think they absolutely can do this. You've got core pieces in there like TJ Watt, Minkah Fitzpatrick, Cam Hayward, Alex Highsmith is most likely coming back next year, right? You just gotta reinvigorate the cornerback room and the inside linebacker group. But here are the things that I think that the Steelers need to address position-wise if they're going to accomplish these goals. They need to get a better offensive line, whether that means getting a tackle in free agency or drafting a guard or whatever you got to do. You got to make this offensive line better, guys. Number two, you need to establish a slot wide receiver, whether that's Calvin Austin III, returning from injury next year, whether that's drafting somebody like a Jordan Addison in the draft. You want to add that third piece, wide receiver, to go along with Diontae Johnson and George Pickens, and then, of course, Pat Freiermuth. And then we need a run stopper on the defensive line, guys. The run defense did a really, really good job today, but overall, you just need that big-bodied nose tackle. If they can add a nose tackle in the draft, I would be one happy camper, guys. And then the inside linebacker room, there's a lot of question marks right now. We don't even know if anybody from the Steelers' inside linebacker room right now is going to return to the black and gold next season. We'll have to see on that. But the linebacker play needs to improve in 2023 if the Steelers are going to become contenders. And then, of course, cornerback, right? Cornerback has been the bugaboo for the Steelers all season long. They've allowed big plays, right? In man coverage, they've kind of shifted to more of a man scheme as opposed to a zone scheme, man match zone scheme, I should say. And it just hasn't been great, right? Lots of big plays given up. It just doesn't seem like there's a lot of cohesion there, so they got to figure that one out as well. But the future is incredibly bright. I think if they address these things, I think the Steelers can it's not going to be a long rebuild. I think next year the Steelers could contend for the AFC North title and really make a push to win some playoff games, and who knows, maybe even win another Lombardi trophy. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today's show. I want to give you one more opportunity to click that subscribe button, guys. If you love the black and gold, if you want a community of people that you want to share your thoughts on the Steelers with, this is the perfect place for that. We provide daily news and rumors content on the Steelers. So if that's your thing, go ahead and subscribe to the channel right now. And finally here, guys, if you made it to the end of the show, you are a true Yinzer, which means that you are special. You are very special to me for making it to the end of the video. So identify yourselves in the comment section by typing Yinzer for life in all caps so I know you made it to the end. All right, Yinzers, that's going to do it for today's show. I appreciate you, Steeler Nation, and until next time, peace.